how did you guys get to um, uh, making that decision to use the Cirrus jet? What was that process like?
I've been looking at the jet for a long time. I also evaluated other machines, some piston singles. You might know Piper was trying to make a single engine
Yep.
jet. You might know Eclipse was trying. They all kind of failed. Diamond in the D jet. And people would come to me and apologies to Todd House, former CEO of your jet, but he wanted to do this with the Diamond jet. He had a great plan. He's going to run my AI operation software. That's how I know it. But the Diamond jet didn't materialize. And the whole time I'm asking people, wait for the Cirrus jet. It's the perfect machine. Cirrus ran into program delays as well. And, you have to be patient. I didn't even launch on the generation one of the Vision jet. I waited for generation two, another 2 years, because I wanted the feature set of the G2. It's quieter, goes higher and faster. So some of this was patience. Some of this was steering the feature set. I hope that some of our design requests will be in the generation three and four of these machines. Um, it's just it's the right platform for this job.
Yeah.
And there's a lot that goes into it. The human factors of having giant windows so you don't feel claustrophobic and a cabin that makes just comes across as spacious when it has no right to be. It's a small jet, but the experience is incredible. And then there's some esoteric things. We have this big white tail and a little X. The X is active turbulence suppression. It's going like this the whole time, like roll control on a yacht to keep you from getting seasick. So people say this is the smoothest jet they've ever been in, quietest, best visibility, enormous windows. It changes what people think about aviation. And then they can land it themselves by the touch of a button without pilots. And then in the case of a real emergency, they can fire a rocket motor, blows out a parachute, lowers the whole airplane to the ground. This kind of stuff never existed before. And it's overwhelming for people. It changes what they think aviation is. It actually makes it back into a joyous experience instead of a cattle car in the back of a commercial airliner. One more thing to expound upon. When you get on an airliner, you drive to the big airport. You have to get there an hour before your flight. God help you if you're connected. Your door to door travel speed is 75 miles an hour, sometimes less. The jet's amazing. It goes 500 or 600 miles an hour. But with hub and spoke and TSA, we're shackled. It doesn't make sense to fly 200 miles on it where you're just going to drive. There's no short haul advantage to flying. On the other hand, if you can get in one of our jets, go to the small local airport. Because we operate on short runways, we operate from 5,400 airports. You can go right from your origin to your destination. The speed is now back to 300 miles an hour. And this is a NASA program started about 30 years ago called the Small Aircraft Transportation System. They funded the VJet 2 prototype to show carbon fiber, single engine, light jet optimized single pilot short runways to open up all this fabric. And so now you're going 300 miles an hour door to door. To quote NASA now, this is unlocking the fourth wave of high speed travel. It's exactly 8 years from the first car to the last horse in Manhattan. That's the change they're trying to bring about. Every time you double the speed of travel, you change out the underlying technology. That's what we're trying to do, just alter the hub and spoke infrastructure of the US and Europe. So that's what this project is about.